Stuart, Peter Delapenna. It seemed pretty clear cut by the halfway point of the chase that you were going to bowl 20 overs apiece. That seemed like a pretty clear approach, and yet you had the 2 warnings, and then the third resulted in the penalty runs. Why was that allowed to happen in terms of stalling between overs, in spite of the fact that you seemed to know what your plan was the whole time?
Yeah, no, we talk about this. We had a few warnings in earlier games, and it's something we do talk about to get through faster between the overs. It's just one thing that we can improve on. I think that, we're only a fledgling team. There's plenty to learn. There's not just the cricket aspect of, the game of cricket, but there's also the other intricacies that need to be embedded. It's a rule that's only just come in, and a lot of our players wouldn't have, heard about it before we played in the Bangladesh series or the Canada series earlier this year. So, look, it's something that, we need to address. We'll sit down and talk about, but we can improve it, yeah.
Did you feel that rattled them mentally when that happened? Because that seemed like a pretty clear momentum shift at that moment.
I don't think it affected the outcome of the game. 5 runs wasn't going to affect the outcome of the game. So I don't think it rattled them. No, I thought we stuck to our guns. We fought hard. We fought to the death. I thought we showed some fantastic character against one of the best teams in the world.
You're
You can go.
proud of the defeat or disappointed? What exactly you would say? Is it a good message to all the people in US that US can fight a big team?
Yeah, I think we showed that. We beat Pakistan. We beat Bangladesh earlier, or Pakistan a couple of days ago, and Bangladesh earlier this year. So disappointed, yes. I think we probably could have won that. And that's probably the feeling in the dressing room right now. But good teams and great teams, they find ways to win from adverse situations. And I think the Indian dugout would have been nervous at one stage as well. But, great teams, they find a way to win.
Hi, Aziz Aidi with Crick Exec. Can you tell us a bit about Monank, who didn't play today, and what his status is? And you think, what's the prognosis for him being able to play against Ireland?
It's a day-by-day thing. He's got a niggle in his shoulder, so we're monitoring that daily. The medical staff will sit with them either tonight or tomorrow and make an assessment. But he's improving, which is good. He just wasn't good enough to get out there to play today at full capacity. So it's on the improve, which is great news for Monank.
Sid, and then we'll go to the back.
Stuart, just back to the 5-run penalty. You said that you've been warned in the past, but you also said that maybe not everyone in the team knew of the rule. Were you kind of taken by surprise that this happened, or were you well aware that there could be a 5-run penalty if you took more than a minute 3 times?
I'm not sure what you're trying to get at there, mate, but what I will answer is players know the rule. But it's something that if you haven't played with it for a long time, it's very difficult to have it embedded in your brain. So the information coming from the umpires was, they were given 2 clear warnings. Then it's up to the players to respond. And we didn't respond fast enough. We didn't do it well enough, and that's something we can address.
Thanks.
Vijay? Sorry, Vijay. Tagore.
Stuart, staying with the 5-run penalty, that was a rule and it was awarded. 5 runs were awarded. But personally, what do you think as a cricketer yourself, accomplished cricketer you were? Should that rule be there, or is it not? It has not suffered. The quality of cricket has not suffered. You think the game should be completed fast, or the quality of cricket should be retained?
Oh, I think there needs to be a pace of play. I think if you're dragging games out that should last 3.5 hours, they're going for 4.5 hours. That's a bit much. But the ICC are there to install rules and regulations. We as coaches and teams, we're there to follow those rules and regulations. And if there's enough voices saying that it may be detracting from the game, I'm sure the ICC will act to it. But I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as a good thing. The game continues to move. When momentum's with you, you want to keep that momentum running quicker and put the opposition under pressure that way. So look, it's neither here nor there. It didn't affect the result of the game, I don't think, as many people will suggest. But to lose 5 runs was crucial at that time. But once again, it may have just taken us to the 19th or 20th over rather than finishing it in the 18th.
Last few questions over here, and then we'll go Kaushik and the two on the side.
Smith Patel from Crick Buzz. So Harmeet Singh has a history of playing against Shivam Dube, playing with and against Shivam Dube and Surya Kumar Yadav. The last time Surya Kumar Yadav and Harmeet Singh met in 2018 Mumbai Premier League game, Harmeet bowled Surya Kumar very cheaply. Now I understand it has a lot of factors in determining who bowls. Probably the pitch played a factor as well. But what was the decision to not bowl Harmeet a collective one or a decision taken on the ground? And how do you look at that decision?
Are you suggesting that he got him out 6 years ago, that these guys haven't improved against left-arm spin? Look, the decision not to bowl left-arm spinner to a big, strapping left-handed batsman who hits the ball miles, I think was a smart decision.
Yep.
Surya Kumar Yadav, he plays left-arm spin every day of the week. So it was a smart decision. We had 5 fast bowlers in our lineup to try and do the job. The pitch didn't spin. The pitch went up and down. So I think our tactics were right. The execution of our tactics probably, with a 5-run penalty wasn't quite on point. But I can't fault our players. Their energy, their attitude and their desire to win, their fight, showed a lot of character. And I'm very, very proud of my team.
Kaushik? And then we're moving to the side of the building.
Stuart, you spoke about the win against Bangladesh earlier and the other win against Pakistan. Can you just tell us in a nutshell the kind of work that has gone behind the scenes in trying to get these players to believe in themselves that they can compete with the big boys?
It's nothing that no other teams going through as well. We sat down and we asked players what sort of role do they want, and sat with a player and talked it out. Players have got roles; they know their role, and I'm not here to tell them how to play. I'm here to help them play the way they want to play, and they know that I've got their back if it doesn't quite work their way. But also, if they aren't performing, well, we need to sit down and address it as well. So look, good relationships are built on trust. I think there's a lot of trust in that dressing room towards me and what I'm trying to achieve with the players. I'm just sitting here watching them go out and play the way they want to play. They want to be the best they can be. I'm just here to help them achieve that. And that was the conversation before we started against Canada. I'm not going to tell you how to play. That's not my job. My job's to get you to play the best cricket you can, and I think we've seen that. It's our second loss in 11 games. I think that's something to be pretty proud of.
Last two.
James Coyne from the Cricketer. Hi, Stuart. I just wanted to ask, obviously, Netravalka took those 2 wickets at the start and he bowled his 3 overs off the reel at the start. Was that always likely to happen, or was that because he took the 2 early wickets?
No, it wasn't, and he was running hot. He was full of confidence after the super over against Pakistan as well. He bowled beautifully in that game also. And look, he got the ball to do a bit. That ball that nearly bowled Rishabh Pant, if that had happened there and then, we know we could have been sitting here telling a different story. But look, he's a class act. Call him the Iceman now after that that super over. And look, when he's running hot like that, 1 more wicket at that stage could have been the difference. So we needed to take wickets. We needed to bowl India out basically to win the game. We were never going to contain them with the power hitters they still had in the shed. Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel still to come. We needed to bowl them out. So wickets up front was crucial. We just didn't quite get enough in that power play.
Last question.
Hi Stuart, Rugved here. 110, 120 is seeming like a par score on this wicket. What is so difficult to score runs on this wicket?
It was easy from where I sat. I got 100 every time. Now when the wicket's up and down and arriving at 2 different paces, even though the bowler's not changing his pace, that makes it difficult to get into a rhythm to score into hit balls. So look, I feel for the ground staff. They had very short time to get the pitches up to their standard, what they thought would be optimum. It hasn't worked out that way for whatever reason. I know it hasn't been through lack of hard work. And look, it's just a shame, but that we haven't seen the big scores that we wanted to put on here in the US. But what it has provided is a very good contest between bat and ball and some very exciting cricket. The games that we've watched at this stadium so far, they've all been very tight. They've all been very good to watch, and that also will intrigue some of the minds here in America that cricket's not just about smashing fours and sixes. It's also about some technical adjustments and good cricket play. So look, it hasn't worked out for the ground stuff. It's a shame because they're great blokes and they work their socks off. But I think the cricketers who have gone out there to play on it, they've done their best. Batting's been brutal. Bowling's really been the king here, and sometimes they provide good cricket.